welcome back to Cooking with Robin. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Robin Goldberg. I am a nutritionist with Robin Goldberg Nutrition and Wellness. I do one-on-one consulting, group presentations. I also wrote a cookbook, and this cookbook is called Hidden Veggies. It is filled with easy, quick, fun, healthy recipes, all with hidden veggies. So if you want more information about me or my programs or my cookbook, go to my website at robingoldbergnutrition.com. Today, we are going to be making a healthier Penne Alla Vodka. For me, Penne Alla Vodka is sort of nostalgic in a way. There was a place where I went to college that had the best Penne Alla Vodka. I think that was probably the first time I'd actually ever had Penne Alla Vodka, and it was the best ever. My whole family loved it. Every time my parents came in town, every time we did any sort of celebration, that's the restaurant we went to, and everyone had to get the Penne Alla Vodka. So today we are going to be making a different version. We're going to be making a lightened up version of Penne Alla Vodka. So what you will need for today's recipe is 1 onion, 3 cloves of garlic, crushed red pepper, and you don't have to use a lot if you don't want to be spicy, but it will add a little bit of a good flavor. Some nutmeg, tomato paste, vodka, and don't worry, the alcohol cooks out in the cooking process, so this is still a very family-friendly recipe. It will not get anybody drunk. We're only using a half a cup, but the alcohol will all burn off in the cooking process. We will also be using canned pumpkin. This is also the part of the secret ingredient that makes it creamy. So canned pumpkin, a delicious secret add, and it won't taste like pumpkin. I promise this will still taste very Penne Alla Vodka-y. And then any sort of milk that you want, I'm using almond milk. This is the milk that I have in my fridge. You can use regular milk, any other non-dairy milk you have, anything you really want there. To keep it on the lighter side, I would try to keep a lighter version of a milk, a non-fat, or an almond or soy or coconut, but whatever you prefer. And then we just need pasta. So I am actually using this green lentil pasta. The other reason why I really like this pasta is because it's made of lentils, there's a lot of protein in it. So I don't need to add any chicken or meat or anything else to it. This is actually a great, well-rounded meal right here. It has, in one serving, has 21 grams of protein. So really, really awesome, really delicious, really healthy, gluten-free, which is just made with lentils. So highly recommend trying it. There's also chickpea pasta, which is delicious, and other sorts of healthy pastas. You can use regular pasta if you want. If that's what you want to use, that's fine. I would recommend maybe adding some sort of protein into with your meal, whether it be some extra peas in with it, or chicken or ground meat, but today I'm going to use this lentil pasta. So we are going to start by getting our pasta ready. So I'm just going to boil some water and throw it. Alright, so while our pasta's cooking, we are starting the sauce. So I just heated a pan with some olive oil and added the onions. Cook them for about 5 or so minutes till they get translucent, which is where my onions are now. So now we're going to add in the garlic. So we had 3 cloves of garlic that we're adding in. We're going to add in 3/4 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. So again, use as little or as much as you want. This amount is not going to make it super spicy, but it will add a little bit of kick. So totally your discretion. And then we are going to add a 1/2 of a teaspoon of our nutmeg. Give this all a little stir. Get those seasonings in there, let the flavor sort of burst out. Once all those onions are covered, now we are going to add in our tomato paste. So it's about 4 ounces. This can is 6 ounces. I'm just going to eyeball it. That's the great thing about cooking. Nothing has to be exactly precise. You can definitely measure it if you want, but I'm just going to do what I think is about 4 ounces of this tomato. And now let's get all of this mixed in and coated. Everything nice and mixed. And we're just going to let it sort of brown up a little bit. Probably cook it for another, 3 to 5 minutes, just so that the tomato paste really covers everything and it all starts to sort of brown. All right, so we've let our tomato paste sort of darken a little bit. And now this is the point where we're adding in the vodka. And as you can see, there's not a lot else in here, so this is where the vodka is really gonna, the alcohol is gonna burn off. So we want this to cook for about 3 more minutes or so, just so we can really get the alcohol to burn off, make sure it's all out of there. So just mix it in. You can tell it kind of evaporates and goes away. So we're just gonna let this cook for a little bit, a couple of minutes, doesn't have to be too long, just to make sure the alcohol is burnt out. As you can see, it's starting to look really nice, really saucy, tomatoey, smells great. So letting this kind of cook together. And then we just add the rest of our ingredients, which is our canned pumpkin and our milk. And then we're just gonna let it simmer for a little bit before we move forward with adding in the pasta. So I'm just gonna let this cook for another minute. And then I already have my pumpkin measured out. And so we will throw that in. We have 1 cup of canned pumpkin. Make sure you're using canned pure pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling. So I know sometimes they're next to each other and you can accidentally grab the wrong one, but just make sure you're using canned pumpkin. That's just like 100% pure pumpkin. And if you don't want to use pumpkin, I've also seen there is some like butternut squash puree that could be a good add in here as well. But it doesn't really change the flavor. It's not going to make this taste like a pumpkin pasta. It just is going to add that extra creaminess, thicken it up, and kind of give it that creamy, delicious penne alla vodka. All right, so our alcohol is all burned out. Now we're going to add in our canned pumpkin. So it's 1 cup. Get all of that in here. All right, mix that in. Make sure this is turned down. And then we're going to have 1 cup also of our milk. Again, you can use whatever you want. I'm using almond milk. It's what I have in my house. Use whatever your milk of choice is. All right, so we're going to throw that in. Now you got to see it's looking a lot more like a vodka sauce. Nice and creamy. And we're just going to let this now cook for a couple more minutes. Let everything simmer together. Let all the flavors meld together. We'll let this cook off for a couple more minutes. All right, so as you can see, our sauce is nice and thick and creamy. Our pasta is also ready. So before I strain the pasta, I'm going to take about 1/2 cup of the pasta water and add it into the sauce. This is just going to sort of thin it out a little bit. And we'll just add this in, and now the sauce is pretty much ready. I just want to let it sort of like thicken up, boil together a little bit, sort of cook together, get those flavors nice and melded. And at this point you can try it, see if you need to adjust the seasonings at all. But it's pretty much ready. So what we're going to do is now strain out our noodles, get all the water out. Don't rinse your noodles, just strain them. All right, my noodles are now strained. I'm going to add them back into here. Whoops, Amanda. All right, and as soon as our sauce is ready, which I think is now, look at how delicious this looks. So creamy, it smells amazing. So I'm going to add my pasta just directly into the sauce. Mix it all up so everything is nice and coated. And I'm actually serving this with a side of roasted broccoli. You can add some like peas to this if you want. You can actually put broccoli inside of it, add some spinach. You don't have to add anything because there's pumpkin, so we've got some, some vitamins from the pumpkin, some good nutrients there. I just always like to, maybe I'm weird like that, but I always like to have some sort of like green vegetable in with my meals as well. So I'm making some roasted broccoli that'll go along with this, but you don't have to put anything else on it if you don't want. But some like good additions would be like some peas would be a really great add to throw in here. and some spinach, some broccolini, just, you know, have a side salad, whatever you want. But this is done. So I'm going to put it in a bowl, scoop it up, and we are ready to eat. Smells so good. Promise you won't miss the indulgent, creamier, and healthy version. Well, you might, but this is so delicious. So check this out. Look at how good that looks. Smells and tastes delicious. So this is our healthier Penne Alla Vodka. So super easy. That was so quick, took us no time at all. Healthy, well-rounded, good amounts of protein in here. We've got some veggies in here. So delicious, so easy. I hope you enjoy it. Please let me know if you make it and what you thought. If you have any questions. Again, my name is Robin Goldberg with Robin Goldberg Nutrition and Wellness. If you want more recipes like this, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm posting recipes all the time. You can also find some more on my website or on my Instagram channel, robingoldbergnutrition.com. And don't forget to check out my cookbook, Hidden Veggies, also can be found on my website. Again, thank you all for joining. I hope you love this recipe. Enjoy.